I basically lost my boyfriend to manosphere content. And that was the beginning of the end. I didn't know it though. One day I came home. I was in my vanity room. Okay, I have a room just for myself with my clothes and my makeup. In that room, I have a TV. One day, my ex, he comes in my room where I'm decompressing, mind you. And he goes on my TV and he says, "Baby, I want you to watch this creator with me." Okay. And I said, "Oh, okay," because at this point, me and him has been together for about a good 3 years. So I feel like when he was suggesting content to me, it's because he thought that I also might enjoy it. So I said, "Oh, okay, what type of content does he make?" And he says, "Well, he comes on his platform and he invites women on there and he basically argues with them." And I shit y'all not, the first question that came out of my mouth after he said that was, "Is he gay?" Because in my mind, I don't know an actual real man who goes out about his way to argue with a woman just to tell her about herself. Because in my reality, okay, that don't happen, right? I didn't grow up with men who were around me that did that type of shit. And the ones that did do that type of shit, they were gay. So that's why I asked that question. He starts to laugh and he's like, "Nah, he's not gay. It's just that he likes to debate. He likes to go back and forth with the women and tell them how they're wrong." And I was like, okay, just go ahead and put it on. This motherfucker gonna put on Kevin Samuels. Mind you, I did not know who the hell he was at that point. And most people didn't know who he was at that point because he didn't blow up yet. He puts him on. And mind you, I'm just listening because I'm not watching. I'm taking off my makeup and shit. I'm hearing the content. I'm just like, I look at my ex at one point. I'm just like, "Can you take him off my TV, please?" So my ex just starts to laugh and he's like, "Oh, what, you don't like him?" I'm like, "Hell no, I don't like him." And then I start to like question him, like, why the fuck would I like him? So fast forward, me and my ex get into an argument. So we get into this fight and basically he asked me why I wouldn't do something, like, or why I wasn't like taking him serious or paying attention to him about some shit he was trying to say. I can't really remember, but I told him, "I cannot take you seriously because you don't pay any of my fucking bills. That's why I'm not taking shit that you're saying seriously." This motherfucker gonna say, "This is why women end up alone."
And he's not wrong because you gonna sit here. First of all, is disrespect to Saint Kev. Saint Kev actually woke people up. Second of all, I don't think that that's an unreasonable ask to say, "Hey, why you not paying attention to what it is that I'm telling you," or so on and so forth. Because if your response is because you don't pay none of my bills, this is an example of what Kevin used to preach to people. He used to talk to men and women. The first thing he would say to men is, "Y'all need to get yourselves together and level up," because he was harder on the men than he was on the women before he even started talking to the women. And now you realize you was with him for 3 years, but you was just using him.